Hi guys, this is Lutrax. I'm gonna show you today a little tutorial on my new tool called SofaCas. This is a tool to convert WAV files to CAS files. CAS file is the MSX standard for tape images. It can be used on emulators like OpenMSX or BlueMSX. It works quite well. It's pretty compact, but it has some limitations. We'll see that. The file I will try to convert is gp.wav here. Let's have a first quick look at this file using Audacity as my favorite sound editing tool. This sounds quite weird. MSX tape does not sound like that at all. There's lots of whistling, parasites, and this now looks more like MSX data. Yeah, this now is MSX data. So there's something inside of this file, but the quality of the file is not good at all. Let's see if we can get something out of this file. So I will use SofaCas. SofaCas can be used to play and record. So in this case we will record, so that's the rec command, to a file called gp.cas and using gp.wav as inputs. Let's go. It does not look good at all. We have lots of errors, as you can see. There's a header detected at the beginning of the file, but it's only 700 baud. Usually MSX tapes are 1200 or 2400 baud. This is quite unusual, and this is at the beginning of the file where we had those parasites and whistling noises. So we need to filter those parasite headers. SofaCas is pretty tolerant by default, but here the signal is too dirty, so I will try to limit the baud rate range from, let's say, 800 to 1400 baud. Still lots of errors, but you can see here we have found a binary file called turbo. This is looking good with valid memory addresses. We have a good signal quality too, so this part here is not too bad. We just have, before that, we have bad quality headers that are still detected. They are in the range that I specified, but the quality is bad. So we'll try to remove those bad quality headers. So the parameters for that is -Q for quality, and let's say to keep only the headers with a quality of 400 or more. And this is definitely better. We just still have some errors in this part here. So those start mark expected errors are usually caused by a shift in the speed of the tape. This can be caused by the tape player motor, or even by the tape being a bit distended with time. So the way to fix that in SofaCas is to use the -P option. That stands for phase adjust, so we'll use a value of 1. This will make the phase adjustment in SofaCas stronger, so we'll stick to the tape face. So that's definitely better. We now only have 3 errors remaining for a 6 minutes and 22 seconds recording, so that's not so bad. If you have only a few start mark expected errors, it's quite likely that the data is valid and non-corrupted. So let's assume that this is okay. We have a gp.cas file. It's pretty small, 36 kilobytes. So let's just try to play it on a real MSX machine and see the results. So I will still use SofaCas with the play command this time. So we'll play gp.cas, and you can see that the PC is waiting, in fact, for the MSX. That was a binary file, so I have to use the bload CAS command. Let's go. You can see that the PC starts playing some sounds. It has been found on the MSX. I'm using a 3700 or so baud, which is quite fast. But you can specify that in a SofaCas_play.ini file. So we have a loading screen, but error no carregamento tente novamente, so this looks like Spanish. So there was an issue loading the game. Or maybe we should have a look again at what was generated when we generated the CAS file. The first part here looks okay. 1200 or so bauds, but this guy here in the middle is really strange. It's around 900 bauds, and it's only 4 bytes long, so that's pretty weird. And this is in fact the protection mechanism of this game. So what we should try to do now is to play this part at 900 bauds, and the rest of the file can be played at MSX standard MSX baud rate. But this protection mechanism should be played at this special baud rate. The problem is that we have a single gp.cas file, so we can't play the different parts at different baud rates. Maybe we could try to play everything at 900 baud rates, but that would be very slow. So there's an option in SofaCas to cut the CAS files. That's the -C option. Let's try that. So same log as before, but the difference is that we now have individual CAS files. First one is the binary loader that we have seen before. Second one is the protection mechanism, and the last one should be the game data. 32 kilobytes. This looks like a ROM file. So let's play the first part at the default baud rate. Yeah, SofaCas play. Okay. Reload again. Okay, file has been found. Okay, the loader is waiting for the protection part. So let's play it, and this time I will specify a baud rate. So 900. This is generated in the file name too. So 917 bauds. You can see that the screen is flashing with black and gray bars. Now it's white. We have no error messages yet, so this is looking good, and I will now play the last part at the default baud rate, so 3,700 or so bauds. You can see that the background is now flashing in blue and yellow. So this loader has two parts. The first part with the gray and black bar is the loading the protection mechanism, and the blue and yellow bar is for loading the real game. So loading is pretty fast at 3,700 bauds. You just need to have good cables between your PC and your MSX, and you'd better use a high frequency. So you can see I'm using 192,000 hertz sampling. That's the maximum for my machine. But this usually works well. Here we are. And it works. So this is basically just a racing game. The original game was from Pony Canyon, I think. It's a Formula 1 racing game. It's pretty basic. So yeah, you can just accelerate, shift gears. And that's it. It works. So yeah, we have finally converted this protected WAV file to CAS file. The problem is we don't have a single CAS file. We have several CAS files. We have to keep in mind the baud rate from this protected section here. This is not very handy. The CAS file do not contain any information about the baud rates. There might be also other protection mechanism, like errors on the tape, or bytes without headers. I don't know. So the CAS file is a bit limited for those protected games. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you can use SofaCas to make images of your tapes. Do not hesitate to contact me on ms6.org or my website if you have questions or if you want to send me WAV images to convert. And thanks for watching.